All right, Spirit. For group number ones who have come to us about advice for this relationship that they have in mind, how is it that they can know that they are in the right group, that they have picked a card that is going to resonate with the relationship that they're in? I'm going to pull a couple of cards for the energy of this overall relationship so that you know that you're in the right place. So, Spirit, tell us some about this relationship that they have come to try to gain some clarity on. Tell us a little about this relationship. I'm feeling like I'm just supposed to cut the deck. All right. Okay. Maybe a relationship that is in a point of tension, right? Worrying about this relationship. A little more for our viewers so that they know that they are in the right place. Well, Spirit, if this is resonating for you, then this relationship that you are coming to try to understand, this person's way of loving and what love means to them, then at this point in time, it's not going well. There's some tension. The relationship has been stressed. There have been maybe some bitter and petty things that might have transpired. And you have, viewer, said, enough is enough. I'm stepping away. You've set your boundaries about this and said, this is not going to be what I want. This is not how this relationship needs to move forward. And you're here with this relationship in mind. We're going to take a look to try to see how it is that this individual needs to feel loved by you. What do they need, Spirit? What does this person in this relationship with our viewer, how is it that they need to be shown love? What is it that our viewer can do, say, to understand them better, please, Spirit? And this could be any kind of relationship. This could be a lover. This could be with a family member. This could be something at work. I'm not seeing anything indicating that yet. And these cards, please hear now, Spirit, tell us more about this relationship. Give us a few cards. Wow, there we go. Let's have a few cards, Spirit. Tell us a little more about the relationship. All right, we have quite a few. Let's take a look here. All right, group one, the thing that I want to point out first is that the Fool landed on the boundaries, and that we have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups that have landed with this salty tension that is happening in this relationship. So they're telling me the story about the relationship. Here's how you're going to know if this is your group. So you have offered to this person a solid foundation. You're trying to give them love and they're not interested, in the sense that they don't see it, they're not feeling it, they may not even want it. Like, this person could even be withdrawing from you. And this is you. This is you with your boundaries. You're at this point of a new beginning with the relationship, because you know that it can't go forward like this. And you have attempted to reshape, you have attempted to offer compromise, you have brought flexibility, you have attempted to try to offer solutions, and this is what you've gotten. You've gotten nothing, right? They're still holding back. They're still in this place of, I don't want what you're offering. Now, you are dedicated, right? You are dedicated to this relationship. This tells me it could be a family member. It could be a long-term, long-standing relationship that you've had for quite a while. It could be a friend. You're going to know if this resonates with the story that you have for this relationship that you're seeking advice on. And that's this. You're here with this page of coins. You're not quite sure what to do, how to get this to move forward, or how to offer something that could save the stability of the relationship. This person is an integral part, and this part of you making this decision to, I can't do this anymore. I have to set boundaries with you, even though I love you. I've tried to work with you, and I just keep getting this, and I don't know how to reach you. And at this point, you're just going, I just don't know what to do. But you know, right? There'll be no more of this. Whatever this was that has transpired. So Spirit, knowing this, for group one, they should know that they're in the right place now. Let's have some more cards on how it is that this individual needs. What do they need? What do they need, Spirit, to be able to know that they are loved by this person? What more can they do? What advice, please, Spirit, for helping them understand this person's point of view? How is it that they can help with either moving on with their journey or sticking with the dedication if this is a family member or someone that you feel like you cannot move away from? All right, Spirit wants to talk about that too. All right, let's take a look at these cards, group one. All right, group one, what I'm seeing is Spirit is telling you that you've done what you can. Right? You have done what you can. This is the Three of Pentacles, and it's falling right in line with this Knight of Pentacles. And it's telling me that the things that you have offered in the past, you offered this solid foundation. You've been patient. You've planted these seeds. You were hoping that this would grow, be something that could move forward, through time, to be a solid foundation. You've thought about this a lot. You've spent a lot of time considering being patient, and the cards are falling this way. So you're here, you're looking at these investments that you've made in the past with this individual in this relationship. And I'm feeling like you're okay with that. You're okay with what you have given. But there comes a point, right? Even with individuals that we think we must always interact with because they're family members, and maybe in a sense you have to continue to interact with them. Maybe this is about a child, a parent that you have to deal with often. But what Spirit is saying is that this choice is the choice that you made with clarity, and it is the right one. To move away to calmer waters. That you have done. You've done what you can here. You've given what you can. Now that doesn't mean that you need to shun this person. It doesn't mean that you need to be salty back. Don't be bitter or angry about what you've given. Know that you did what you could do. And the one thing that is important about this is for you to understand that this is not This is not about you, right? That this, don't hold the outcome of this relationship as a validation of your worth or value, whether it's as a partner, as a parent, as a relative. There's things that people do that are completely outside your control. We can't, there's nothing we can do for an individual that is in this place. You can't reach them, right? You can't reach them. They're going through their life stages. They're experiencing the thing that they need for their soul growth. And we need to respect and honor the paths of other individuals, even if that means they may hit a brick wall. And I know that that's very difficult to hear, perhaps. But what I'm seeing here is that this is in the Creator's hands now, right? You just need to let this go. You've done your part. You can still be there. You can still be the stable foundation that you are, but it doesn't mean that you have to continue to offer to help this person. And maybe when they have come to a point, if this is a relationship like a relative that you know is always going to be a part of your life, then maybe when they are through with their growing, I'm looking for the Four of Cups. I can't find it all of a sudden. Holy cow, that is weird. Oh, there it is. Maybe when they have completed this part of their journey, then maybe a new beginning can happen in the future. Like if this is a child, then maybe they need to just do some maturing on their own. Be there, but you do not have to sacrifice. You've made the decision that you're not doing that. You've set those boundaries, and Spirit is saying that is excellent choice. All right. Spirit, what more? I am going to get some of our Spirit and Energy Oracle cards. What more for our group 1 on this topic with this individual? What advice for them? How best can they support themselves and support this individual? Is there anything that you would like to tell us about going forward for our group 1s? Want more to know? Please, Spirit, that's a lot. I'm going to only take these 2 and we will come back. All right. Already I see kinships, connections, new beginnings, hope, and optimism. Something new, connections, kinship, hope, and optimism for new beginnings. What I'm seeing, group 1, is more and more, I'm feeling like this is a relationship perhaps that is about someone that is a permanent fixation or a permanent fixture in your life. Meaning this is a kinship, right? This is a contract type of relationship. Meaning this is a family member. This is someone you are going to always have a connection to. And that could be through blood tie. I mean, it could be, a community tie that you have. But I'm seeing more and more like this may be a family tie. And that in the end, to be hopeful, to be optimistic that this person is going to be able to grow, right? That they're going to be able to, at some point, grow into the ability to maybe have this connection move forward in a healthier way. So with this in mind then, Spirit, that this possibility of a new beginning for this individual, what more What more is it that they can do since they are in a relationship that is long-term, not necessarily something that they can dissolve and walk away from? What more advice for our group 1 viewers? All right, this is for you. All right, well, this is the goal, right? Love and acceptance. And I think acceptance here is the important part, that the thing that they're saying that you can do best is to just love, right? It's difficult when people do things that hurt us to continue to be open and, not feel bitterness about maybe some things that were said. And I'm not saying that those things aren't painful, and I'm not saying that those things don't do damage. And you setting boundaries about those things is absolutely healthy. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You do not have to be treated disrespectfully or harmfully by anyone, no matter who they are. You have the right to do that, and Spirit is saying, keep that in mind, right? But you can be yourself, is what I'm seeing. You can be that stable, steady, loving, accepting foundation. Now, unconditional love means that you will always give love, but it does not mean you have to accept being abused, right? Don't mistake your kindness for weakness, because it's not. It's actually the largest strength, the highest strength you could ever have, is just to offer love and don't participate in the dramas, to hold your boundaries, because that too is loving unconditionally, loving yourself as well as someone else. The thing that they would like for you to make sure that as you're going through this, which can be very difficult when you know you're in a relationship, and especially if it's a child or a strong familial connection that you know that you cannot just walk away from because you made a commitment to this. Now this, it could be a marriage as well. But a parent is a parent forever, regardless of what their children do. And that's what I'm feeling maybe this is about, perhaps. You're going to know. It's going to resonate for you. But they're saying focus on keeping yourself centered and balanced, right? Don't get pulled in to the drama of what this person might be experiencing. And don't let their drama affect you. To stay centered and balanced. Keep your boundaries. And they're just making sure, double saying here, achieve this level of centered self-care, right? This is, like I said, you can give love, but it doesn't mean you have to accept abuse. There's never any reason, never anything that is ever going to ask you to stay in a relationship that is abusive, regardless of the connection, right? You've made a good choice here. You've made a good choice. Know that you've done what you can do. Be yourself. You can offer that foundation, but know that the boundaries you've set, Spirit is saying, you've done a good job with that. Just hold your ground and be there. If and when they decide to come back or heal, it's your choice. Group 1, I hope that helps so much. And I do have an audiobook that I recorded about relationships, and I will put that link here. And if this helped, then perhaps listening to that audiobook might help as well. It's called The Art of Relationship, The Mastery of Love. All right, Group 1. Thank you for watching. All right, Spirit, for our group twos, how is it that they can know that they are in the right group with this person, this relationship that they've come seeking some advice on? For our group twos, can we have a couple cards just to let them know that they're in the right group? So what is the vibe of this relationship, please, Spirit? Can we show them what it is that they need to know they're in the right place? A couple cards. There they are. There they are. I want that one. And this one. Okay. Let's take a look at this. We have family today and soulmate. Inner circles, blood ties, good vibration now and in the moment. Friendships, romantic partners, twin flame. All right, let's talk about this for a second. I wanted to ponder on that just a little minute. Because we have the family and we have the soulmate. And I wanted to sort of just sit with the energy for a second and decide, are we talking about family relationships or are we talking about romantic relationships? And what I'm seeing is that perhaps some of you have come here specifically with a family relationship that you chose this card, and it might be about a family relationship. And group one is more focused on having to deal with family members, people that you have blood ties to. Now, what I am going to say that this doesn't mean that this is not a romantic relationship, because obviously a family is made by two people. So, but the overall feeling that I'm getting here is that we're going to talk about a romantic relationship. Now, we could get into it a little bit, and it could resonate that it's a friend. It could resonate that it is a family member, but whatever, it's in a pretty good place right now. The vibe is good. Things are feeling good now in the moment, and that is excellent to hear. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to get some tarot cards for group two, please, Spirit, for them to understand this relationship that they have come to get a little clarity on how this individual might feel loved, how to grow this relationship. What is it that our group two can offer to this relationship? Can you give us a few more cards about the relationship itself, Spirit? Just a few more. I'm seeing them try to pop out. Here we go. We have the King and Queen of Swords. This is definitely about a romantic relationship for many of you. And you're coming up, as the King and Queen of Swords. So I'm feeling that this family, this blood tie, this is your life partner. And you're coming here and you're asking, how is it that you need to offer the abundance of love that you have for them? How is it that they can see that in our physical realm? What is it that they need to feel loved? In group two, what I'm feeling is that you're actually sort of asking, like, how do you level up something that is already really good now, but man, you want to take it to a higher level. You want to take it to the next big level. Now, when I'm saying that, it's almost like I'm almost getting like power couple type of vibes, right? In the sense that you both have a mastery of yourselves. You have a good, healthy relationship, excuse me for that. And you do feel like this relationship is something that you were destined to be in, like you are with your soulmate. And that's most excellent for you, group 2. So how is it then? How is it, Spirit? Please, a few more cards for how to show their soulmate the abundance of love that they have, how to make this good relationship. Even what is going on here? Wait a minute, we're going somewhere else. Oh, I see where it's going. Even more. How do they grow it even more, Spirit? Tell us more. Tell us more. And don't get frustrated by these cards that you're seeing if you're familiar with the cards, because it's really not going to a bad place here. Alrighty then. Queen of Wands, right. What else? What else can they do, Spirit? I see the story. Yes. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm taking that one too. Oh, yes. And I'm taking this one too. And look at this. Holy cow. All right. Guys, the thing that I want to point out to you, group 2, is we have what? We have the King and Queen of Swords. So what does this tell me? When I see these cards in conjunction with the King and Queen of Swords, it tells me that you both have some sharp tongues, right? You are a match. you are soulmates. So know about yourself is also about them. And I say that meaning you guys reflect each other, right? You're very compatible. 2 peas in a pod. And when you guys speak your words, you need to be very careful about what you're saying, right? But the best thing that you can do is learn how to speak very clearly and conservatively. Don't let your emotions get the best of you and start saying things that you can't take back, right? Don't do damage with your sharp tongues. And I'm an Aquarius, I understand this. I understand the sharp tongue, right? Be careful how you speak to each other, is what this is saying. To create this solid and safe foundation that can grow and stay and change everything. Change the world. Again, we kind of touched on power couple, and I'm getting this again, where the 2 of you together, you really can make a significant impact. And that you need to just make sure, what I'm seeing here, your weakest link is going to be your conversations. And the advice, and the reason I was giggling is because it's the Queen of Wands, right? She is very well spoken, very elegant in the way that she conveys her messages, but she is also very blunt. And there's no 2 ways about it. She's not no bullshit, right? She's not going to lose her composure and start spouting off at the mouth. So, if this is resonating for you, group 2, and I hope it is, because this is tiny. This is tiny in comparison to the quality of the relationship that you can do and could and will have with this individual. If you watch your words, and this goes 2 ways, right? You can't, you know, I have one person, unless both of you are sitting here watching, and that could be a possibility, then it goes for both of you. But if only one of you is watching, then whoever it is that is watching, you need to talk about this, right? You need to talk about how we need to be careful with our words, right? That we need, when we are in a place, right, where we're having some struggle and we're having an argument or a disagreement or something isn't clear and things aren't going in the right direction, that you need to make sure that you have an agreement to work together, to really express what you need to say. Don't lose your tempers, right? Walk away, right? Walk away and cool off if you have to bring in this brand new chapter. And I mean, look at this chapter. Holy cow, I can't even hold them all. Look at this. Brand new beginning. I mean, you guys can literally conquer the world. I'm loving this for you, group 2. This is beautiful. So you guys, as these soulmates, right? And if you're resonating with the twin flame thing, then you know that you have a contract to have an impact, right, on humanity. That's part of the journey. And of course, that starts and begins with you healing you. You can't do anything for anyone if you're not healed yourself. There's nothing that you can offer until you have mastered and completed yourself. So, that was a distraction, but the point is, well, it wasn't a distraction. It's part of this message. So if you're resonating there, right, on that twin flame level vibration, then you know what it is. This alchemizing, right? The two of you balancing these things out, getting this connection stable, solid, changing the destiny, the path of humanity. And I am encouraging you to absolutely do so. This is so minor, right? Think about all of the major arcanas that we had, the kings, the queens, just major arcanas everywhere. And the little things, it's these little tiny things. This is it out of this giant pile of major arcanas. This is not a hurdle that you cannot cross. If only one of you is watching this, maybe the other should watch it as well. Or just make sure you're communicating that and communicating it well. Group 2. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. All right, Spirit, for our group 3, how are they going to know that they are in the right group? They've chosen the card. Tell us a little bit about what's the vibe of this relationship that they have come to group 3 to learn about. Can you give us a couple cards here, please, Spirit, about what I want this relationship is about? How will they know that they're in the right place? Please, Spirit, I have a couple cards. Being very careful with the card that they want from this deck. So let's be patient and let them do their thing. There we go. Let's take a look at what we have. Okay. Harmony, love affair, nurturing, shattered. All right, let's take a look. Group 3. All right, group 3, what I'm seeing is this card belongs here. That the harmony has been shattered by possibly a love affair that was outside this relationship. And you're here trying to figure out how to nurture this, how to heal this, and have a second chance at a new beginning here with this. Right? And this is this shattering love affair. This is very damaging to a relationship, right? This is significant. And many relationships may not move past this because of lack of trust. When trust is shattered, when trust is broken, repairing that can be extraordinarily difficult. And I'm not seeing here whether you're the person that did the shattering or whether you're the person that was shattered. But know that this is the thing. If to ever be able to have any balance or peace and happiness going forward, that the trust is the thing that must be earned back. And that is a challenge, and we're going to attempt to tackle it. So be hopeful. Spirit, please, for this relationship that they are wanting to nurture, to attempt to fix after this event has happened. And I'm going to say that this doesn't mean that it had to be that someone, stepped out and had a love affair with someone else. It could just be simply that something has happened, right? That has broken your trust in that person, or something happened that broke their trust in you. All right, so that's where we're going to go. Spirit wanted to make that clear. It doesn't have to be that it was an extramarital affair or something of that nature. There's just some broken trust here. And this is tricky, group 3. Trust is hard to rebuild, and we're going to find out, Spirit. How do you rebuild trust? Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave it because it just popped out, obviously. So how is it, Spirit, that within our relationships that we can regain the trust, which is the foundation of a relationship? If you cannot trust another individual, and you cannot share your heart with them, or it's very difficult to share your heart with them. So tell us, Spirit, please, what is it? What is it that we can know about trying to rebuild trust? Wow, okay. They're just spitting cards at me everywhere. So much advice here. All right, let's get our cards laid out. Take all of these. We have a good long story, a good long discussion here, Spirit. All right, group 3. Let's talk about trust. All right, group 3. What I'm seeing about the topic of trust is I'm still not seeing whether you're the individual that felt like their trust was broken, or whether you're the individual who your partner feels like you have done something to break their trust. Whichever one, you are the one that is wanting to take this to a better place and to bring some justice to the situation, and you're wanting to work on it. Okay, so knowing that, that's the first step to rebuilding any kind of trust, is making the choice to know that you want to work on this. Choosing it, right? Choosing this relationship. You've definitely said, yes, I absolutely want to keep this relationship, to heal it, to grow it. You're sad about it. You're in a sad place. Okay. Now, of course, building and rebuilding a foundation, right? They're saying start brand new. Start like it's day one. And that this is going to take time and steady dedication. That only over time can trust be rebuilt. But when it is, it can be rebuilt in a very stable way. Now, okay, I have this and this. Takes some work, right? Takes some work. And that, that the trust has got to be shown. It has to be shown to you over a long period of time to produce and create this brand new foundation. That it's going to take you watching and observing actions, right? The only way that anyone can prove to you that they have changed is by changing and doing that for the long haul. Day after day. They are dedicated to showing that they have changed. and that this can bring in a transformation that's a success for the relationship. But most importantly, group 3, I'm seeing this takes time. You have to have the proof in the pudding. They have to show you over a long amount of time. And I'm also seeing, hearing, I'm being told to ask yourself, is this really, really what you want? Because this is going to take a while, and it's going to take work. And it's going to take long-term dedication from both parties to rebuild the foundation of trust in a relationship. And you need to know that you too are in this for the long haul, right? Both parties have to be on board to rebuild that and bring justice. So what more, please, Spirit? What more advice? I'm going to get some Spirit and energy cards, these Oracle deck here, for the individual that has come to us in this group 3, asking about rebuilding the foundations of trust. What is it that must be done? What is it that they need to do to enable this going forward and recreate the stability of a relationship? That's a lot of cards. I'm going to take some of them at least, I know. Let's see. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to start here. All right, this is reminding me of something I need to say here. Okay. I'm going to put these here. I'm going to look at this story a second, and then we'll try to put the story together with the cards. All right, group 3. I'm seeing a few different things here. So the first thing, and the reason that I put the Hierophant over here, is that it reminded me that some counseling or guidance, right, of whatever form it is that you feel comfortable with, may be in order for the relationship as a couple, or maybe just you as an individual. And this comes along with the shamanic healer. So that was a reminder for me to say that, hey, don't feel like this is unworthy of attention from a counselor of some kind, because it absolutely is. And I'm saying this because this peaceful presence and this quiet of mind is something that is going to be essential for moving forward with a relationship where trust has been broken. Because if your restless mind is always wondering about, the hidden truth, this may have been something that was very shocking for you to find out about. And to be able to have some peace of mind and to quiet your mind, to not have to be constantly worrying, is there something going on? Is there something going on? Is there something going on? It could take some time with some guidance to be able to achieve that state, that peace of mind. But what I'm also seeing is some advice on you being able to do that right now, right here. And it's about attachments and letting go, right? No expectations on it. And do what it is that you need to do for yourself to come to this point where these things from the past, right? They have absolutely they have to be let go of, right? You cannot stay attached to what happened in the past if you expect this to be able to move forward and have success in the future. There can't be any bringing this back up over and over again, right? It can't be, you did this kind of scenario. They're asking you to make sure that you are being mindful of that when we are very hurt, it is easy to be in a place where we are frustrated, when we are sad, when we are hurting, and we just sort of want to lash out. And they're saying, be mindful of your own thoughts, the things that are lurking down underneath. You need to make sure that you are going to be able to let go of those things, because trust can't be built when we have suspicious minds, right? We can't go on together. All right. And you are very supported in attempting to try to build this foundation, if you wish to do so. But they're saying they want you to think carefully about it, because it's going to take a great deal of time, effort, and work. So make sure that you are going to be able to let go of the situation. Can you forgive? And when we forgive is forever, right? You forgive yourself, you forgive them, and you let it go. And make sure that's a clean cut and a clean let go, that don't hang on to it, because these things will continually be there, lurking, if you don't. And Elvis Presley was right. You can't go on together with suspicious minds. Find a way to come to that place if you want this relationship to move forward. And it could take going and getting some professional guidance of your choice. Group 3. I do hope so much that helps you. And I have an audiobook that I have in a playlist that I have posted that is called The Art of Relationship, The Mastery of Love. And it could help you. It's not a long audiobook, and you might actually just enjoy sticking that in your ear and listening. It could give you some pointers on how and why things happen and how to heal those things in you to support yourself, so that you are your best and highest version of what you can be, and you can offer the most to whatever partner, whatever relationship that you have in the future. Hope that helps, Group 3. Thank you for watching.